Most contractors don't fail because they're bad at the work. They fail because their business hits a ceiling they never learn to break. Today, I'm going to show you why that ceiling exists and exactly how to break through it faster than you could imagine.
Welcome to the Master of the NEC podcast, the ultimate destination for anyone passionate about the electrical trade. Whether you're a seasoned electrician, an eager apprentice, or just someone who wants to dive deep into the world of electrical work, you've come to the right place. Join your host, Paul Abernathy, a true authority in the industry with over 38 years of trade experience, as he electrifies your mind with in-depth discussions, expert tips, and valuable insights that will keep you ahead of the curve. Each episode, Paul will illuminate the complexities of the trade, decode the National Electrical Code, and share the latest industry trends, all while empowering you to take your electrical career to the next level. So, gear up, plug in, and get ready to supercharge your knowledge, because with the Master of the NEC podcast, the power is in your hands. Now get ready. Here is your host, Paul Abernathy.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Master the NEC. My name is Paul Abernathy, your host as always. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join me for this podcast and hopefully share it with other people so they can not only learn about the National Electrical Code, but as you've seen lately, learn about how to be successful in contracting and how maybe to take your game to the next level, whether you're a plumber, mechanical, HVAC, general contractor, builder, whatever it may be. There are things you can do to take your game to the next level. So again, thank you for taking the time to join me. You can listen to us on all of your favorite podcast listening platforms, Spreaker, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to find new ways to listen, all you got to do is go to any like Google or Bing or any of them and type in there, Master the NEC podcast. And you'll be amazed at the different platforms that we're syndicated on all throughout the country. This is why we get nearly 300,000 unique downloads a month, because we're syndicated on so many platforms that aggregately there's a large number of downloads of our episodes. So hopefully you check one out on a platform that you enjoy. Or maybe you get our free mobile app, which is available over on our website, fasttracksystem.com. A link will be in the description. It's a free app. We don't push you. We don't sell you anything. We're not trying to push anything down your throat. Check it out, put it on your phone, and you can listen on any of your favorite Bluetooth devices simply through the mobile app that's built into the phone. But also there's a bonus. You get access to our blogs. You get access to our calculators, other great stuff that's there. Check it out. It's free. All right, look, why most contractors plateau, kind of what we're going to talk about today, and how to break through that plateau. There's many people out there that I talk to all the time that say, I'm doing good. I'm making enough money right now, but I'd really like to grow my business. I'd like to expand a little bit. I just can't get over that hump, that plateau that you may get to. And you're thinking, what do I have to do to get to the next level? Whether you're an electrician, a plumber, HVAC tech, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're somebody in the specialty trade, special contractor and something like that. At some point, your business is going to stop growing, even though you're working your tail off. You're working harder. You seem like you're working harder now than you ever have. And I've been involved in that. I've hit that plateau many times in my career. I'm pushing 40 years in this trade, and I've hit it. I've owned multiple contracting businesses. You hit those plateaus, and you're thinking, what do I got to do to get to the next level? And that's where the stress kicks in, especially if you're a contractor and you're thinking about tomorrow. That stress starts to kick in, and then doubt starts to kick in. And then that's when a lot of contractors start to think, maybe this is as far as I'm ever going to get. Maybe my business is not going to grow. Maybe I'm just one incident away from bankruptcy because I can't seem to get over that plateau, that hurdle. Well, I'm here to tell you today on this episode, we're going to give you some advice, and it's not true. You can get past it. So today we're going to break down those 3 bottlenecks that we call it to keep contractors stuck. And we're going to talk about a simple shift that instantly unlocks your next level of growth. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today's episode. So again, going to be a powerful episode. Take notes, Share with other people, okay? All right, so first things first, the contractor's ceiling. Let's talk about it. Let's explain a little bit. Every contractor hits the same invisible ceiling. It doesn't matter if you're a solo or you're running a 15-person crew or you're a large company. At some point, you get more eyes on it and you get more investors, stakeholders, people looking at it going, you need to grow, okay? Maybe it's just you and your stakeholders are your family and they're like, you know what, we'd like to move on up to the big leagues, if you will. Maybe I want to expand a little bit. Well, that's a problem because in that mentality, when you hit this ceiling, this plateau, it's caused by 3 business bottlenecks. Okay. Number 1, your pricing that is too low. You heard me right. Pricing that's too low. Number 2, systems that don't exist. And number 3, communication that falls apart. Now, hopefully, as I'm going to go over each one of these, but I want to make it clear that hopefully you subscribe to this podcast, whatever platform, because I also have recently done a podcast that also talks about relationships with the customer and understanding that your customer that you already have is the golden goose if you know how to work it right. And you're, instead of chasing that new client or always chasing that next lead, if you already have a client base, are you nurturing them properly? Make sure you go check out that episode. I believe that episode is number 44 in Master the NEC podcast. Go check that out because it is eye-opening to many people. All right, now, here's the truth that nobody will tell you. Contractors don't plateau because the work gets harder. I'm serious. They plateau because running the business gets harder. I'm serious, folks. Let's break this down one by one, and you're going to understand. It is not because the work has gotten harder. It's the same work. It's just running the business, the day-to-day. The concepts of growing the business are weighing down on you. So you have to think about the mentality approach. How am I getting mentally focused on this? So let's talk about these bottlenecks and how you can overcome these bottlenecks. Number 1, remember when I said your pricing's too low? This is the biggest growth killer in the trade. You think that you have to be the cheapest. You think that you have to be the lowest rather than doing things to enhance your profile. Folks, you've been hearing me talking about this forever. And you think I just make this stuff up. You think I just make up these certification programs. Do you think I just do that for a money grab? I know some of you that sit out there on the Facebook groups that never owned a business in your life. You spent your whole life working for somebody else. You have no idea what it takes to be successful, but you can easily get behind the keyboard or get on these social platforms and run your mouth. You haven't walked the walk. You haven't talked the talk. I have. I've owned businesses. You can Google and find the businesses that I've owned. Anywhere from an investigative agency to various contracting businesses to the businesses that I own today. Dude, I've been around, okay? So think about this. It's your pricing. That's your biggest growth killer in the trade. Most contractors undercharge for one reason. They're afraid the customer won't say yes. But you remember when I said that I offer all these other things for the contractor? Especially electrical. Why do you think I do that? Because if you market yourself as a certified master electrical code professional, a CMECP, then you're one leg up on your competition. You have a marketing component and you went through the effort. You earned it. Nobody out there is going to toot your horn for you. And if they are, they toot it very silently and then they go away. You have to be the voice. You have to educate your community. You have to educate the market. Why you're better than everybody else. Why they want to pay for you. There's a reason I do it, folks. You can be my critic all you want, and I don't really give a shit because I'm here to help you be successful. If you're a master electrician or you're owner of a company, if you're not a CMECP by now, you're missing the boat because 1, you'll learn more about the NEC. 2, you'll learn how to market yourself better. 3, you'll have somebody that's got your back because the CMECP has got your back. There's no negatives. They're all positive. Same with being a certified thermal electrician. Learning how to do thermal imaging properly, how to convey it to the customer, how to sell it to the customer, what to read, how to look at it and understand it rather than just look at a bunch of colors, and how you can market this service. Folks, if you're not thinking of these things, then you're going to sit here at that bottleneck. And there is no reason you should be. If you want to charge more, you need to be worth it. So look, here's the irony. The lower you price your work, the more you attract the worst possible customer. It just, dude, it is. Think about it for a second. How many times have you seen these ads on Nextdoor or other things that, Craigslist that say, I want a cheap, affordable, or cheap, inexpensive contractor? Do you really want that customer? Because that's the customer that's going to nickel and dime you, bitch and moan about everything you do, start looking at their clock the moment you walk in that door. Is that really the customer that you want to build your business growth on? When I hired HVAC people to work with me and do stuff for me around my house, or I did not say I want the cheapest and the most affordable. I got prices, but I didn't always go with the cheapest. Folks, the lowest price is not always the best price. And it also means that you're possibly attracting the worst possible customer. People who haggle, complain, micromanage, delay the payment, bitch about the payment after the work has already been done, argue that you didn't convey the terms properly. They literally drain the energy from your soul while you're there, okay? Let me tell you something from decades of experience in this industry. A good customer don't choose the lowest price. They choose the contractor who sounds the most confident. This is why I teach people the method to sale, the Zig Ziglar approach. You're selling education. This is why we have a module in our thermal electrician program. This is why we talk about it. This is why the CMECP program is set up with a time limit to really push you for time management. There's reasons behind all this stuff, folks. I didn't just do this to create certifications and training for just anybody. We don't just want anybody. There's a reason behind it. And if you don't get it and you've turned off by it and you've already clicked away, then we don't want to talk to you because you just don't get it. And you're never, ever, ever going to be as successful as you could be. You're not. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're not. You plateaued. Be happy with what you got. Be happy where you're at. Move on. Live your little life. You're never going to be where you really want to be. Okay? When you educate a customer and help them understand why something matters, you don't have to justify your price. They justify it for you. Dude, it works. And you can just stop, go back, listen to that portion again, that bottleneck number 1. Go back and listen to it again, and trust me, let it soak in. Because many people out there don't let it soak in. You have to be laser focused, folks. Okay? So being the cheapest. Stop worrying about whether or not. I get calls from people all the time that says, well, I'm not getting this job and I want to know why. No, you don't. You don't need to know why. Your price is your price. Price what you feel you're worth. Set your criteria. Understand the burdens of your insurances, things you have to pay. Establish your price. And that's your price. That's it. No haggle. Number 2, bottleneck number 2, no system, no growth. What do we mean by that? Most contractors run their business out of their head. I'm serious, folks. I am serious. Folks, if you're in business, you need to be thinking, no matter if you're a one-man show or a one-woman show or have 100 or 200 employees, you have to have a system. Don't work your business out of your head. Take the time to sit down. They have no workflow, no repeatable steps, no template for success, no follow-up system. We talk about follow-ups in episode 44. Okay, go back and listen. No customer retention program or system in place and how to do it. No training within the company. No training within yourself to understand how that works. No documented job process, no established pricing scale. Okay? That's fine. That's fine if you're doing 1 to 2 jobs a week and that makes you happy. Then you can just wing it. Right? But when you're doing 5 and 10 jobs a week, or you want 5 or 10 jobs a week, everything will start to fall apart if you don't have some type of system. Here's how growth really works. If your business relies on your memory, your mood, your emotions, your availability, then you will never scale your business. You will not. I don't care who you are, what you think, what you may think you know. I'm an expert. I have done this. Oh, Paul's talking about himself like he's the guru again. I can hear him right now over on Mike Holt's forum. Fact of the matter is, all those pinheads over there work for somebody. They never, ever had to run their own business. And if they do, they're small fry because they spend all their time on the damn message board. They're not out there working. They're not out there hustling like you are, okay? A system does not limit you. It frees you up. For example, of a system. Morning huddles, job site checklists, safety and NEC compliant checklists, after service follow-ups, a walk-around procedure, annual maintenance reminders, the 48-hour return call to the customer process, thermal imaging inspection programs and reports and how you do it, email templates, text templates, job costing templates, all these things so that they can be repeatable. It reduces the stress. This is why people love flat rate pricing. Now, flat rate pricing is not the easiest. You have to understand your skill, your time, and your abilities, but you do it in different levels. There's a level 1, level 2, level 3 based on complexity. That's all built in, right? And you remember that an estimate's an estimate. And I think a lot of people out there don't understand it and don't know how to convey this, that an estimate's an estimate. People think it's a hard price. Well, if you don't convey this to the customer and understand how to convey it, then you can expect them to understand it that way. They're like, oh, this is the price you gave me. This is it. But there's expectation, understanding it, how to convey it. And there's a process. There's a system. And you need to establish a system to do it. Not just in your head, random. You need it so that you follow it every time. Every time. Bottleneck number 3. Weak communication. Guys, y'all have heard me talk about this before. You can say you're just a technician, you work for somebody, and you don't know how to communicate. You're not there to sell the customer. You're not there to educate the customer. Then you're rapidly becoming a dinosaur, and your company, whether you're the owner or you work for somebody, are slowly going to think about getting rid of you. Why? Because you need to be an earner. You help grow the business is going to reward you. And if you're an employer out there that's not rewarding good employees that are helping grow your business, shame on you. But if you're not offering them the system, if you're not offering them the methods, the techniques, the training they need to be successful so that in turn you can be successful, shame on you. Okay? So communication is not just talking. Okay? This is a huge one. Communication is setting expectations, confirming understanding, eliminating the surprises, documenting everything in your reports, in your evaluations, showing the client what's happening, what's going on, explaining to them. It's just not a communication where me and you are having a little talk. This is how you convey, how your technicians, how you convey to the customer what's going on. That's real communication, okay? Most contractor stress comes from customers who don't understand the job. You didn't explain it properly what you're going to do. Employees who misunderstand instructions because it's not clear, concise. Subcontractors who get mixed signals about whose responsibility is what. Suppliers who deliver the wrong material because of lack of understanding or communication between you and the sub and the contractor or the supply house. Serious. Slope creep that was never explained. Okay? So scope creep means that you did not specifically identify what is being done in this project. Now, I can tell you this is very detrimental to when you go out to do a project and you're there for a customer and you make it very clear what you're there to do and what you're going to do for them. So you're offering a solution to their problem. Very specific in the scope. Now, at any point that scope changes because of something you find or something that pops up, You need to stop immediately and update the scope to your customer. But you need to learn how to do it in a tactful way, an educational way, and show them validation. And that means images. That means NEC references. That means don't bullshit them. Update the scope as necessary. Now, communication like this fixes all of that. When that communication, remember, it's not just talking. It's all those things, conveying the message, conveying the instructions, not giving mixed signals to various subcontractors, being very articulate about what you expect and what the scope is. Once you do that, complaints will decrease, callbacks will drop, referrals will increase, jobs will go faster, stress will go down, and customers, guess what? They will trust you, and you will become their trusted, reliable source. And as you may have listened in episode 44, a trusted source to a customer is golden because they don't want to have to reintroduce themselves to a new stranger every time if you have a service that they need and you're just one click away. Okay? If there's one thing that will improve your business tomorrow, if I'm going to give you some actionable items, is improve how you communicate today. And again, it's not just from mouth to mouth. It's all those things we talked about. Be crystal clear in your message, your delivery, your scope. I'm serious, folks. These things will help you from day one. Now, what happens when you fix all those bottlenecks, all three of them? You know, it says, well, when your pricing is right, your system is solid, and your communication is consistent. What happens? Everything changes. Contractors report when they do these things, they have fewer problem clients, fewer longer days. They have more predictable income. They have more control, more confidence, more repeat referral business from the existing ROI, more personal time because the stress is not eating away at your free time. If you've ever sat there in bed and you can't get something off of your mind that you should be thinking, dude, why am I thinking about this? That is consuming time that you could be more productive in thinking of other ideas, other things to add to your business, how to enhance your business. You're stressing out, okay? Breaking the contractor ceiling isn't about doing more work, folks. I've said it already multiple times. It's about doing the right work the right way. Okay, so I'm going to give you some actions. The 90-day breakthrough plan. Are you ready? All right, get your pen, get your pencil. Let's write this down. In the next 30 days, we're going to fix your pricing. First thing you're going to do is raise your prices to match your skill and risk. Reassess what your burdens are. Try to come up with your pricing. Stop bidding on low profit, high stress work. I'll say it again. Stop bidding on low profit, high stress work. If you're bidding on a project and you already know that you're going in so low, you're barely making any money, and you still don't get that project, it's going to stress the hell out of you. So stop bidding on that low-hanging fruit with a low-hanging price. I'm just saying. Next, in this 30 days, focus on value and education instead of fear-based pricing. Learn what you're worth. Understand your benefits. If you're a CMECP, understand how to start marketing into your business marketing profile on your vehicles, in your business cards, how your scripting is going to be, how you're going to convey the message, how you're targeting neighborhoods, how you're going to be doing all this stuff over the next 30 days. Learn how to educate your customer. Learn the process of it over this next 30 days. All of that type of stuff. That's your foundation. Okay? Next, day 31 through day 60. I need you to build 3 simple systems. Any 3 you want. 1, job intake. How you bid on a job, how you put together your information, try to come up with a template, how to do it, whether you're using estimating software, whatever you do, come up with a clear-cut way that you're going to do it repeatable time after time. Or Come up with a system for your proposal workflow. How you're going to do each the same way. What you're going to sit down, how you're going to do it, whether you're going to take off, whatever you're going to do. Come up with your method for your proposal. How you're going to do proposals every time so that it's like clockwork. Maybe the morning huddle. Come up with a structure on how you're going to do a morning huddle. If you've got a safety briefing and then you're going to do a motivational huddle, maybe you're going to talk a little code for about 5 minutes. Whatever you're going to do, whether it's going to be a motivational explaining how your employees are going to benefit from them being invested into understanding how to educate the customer and being a better steward of the company, come up with a plan. Put a plan together about customer follow-ups. What you're going to do. What's the script? How your employees are going to do this up 48 hours after the job has been completed. Come up with a follow-up program. What you're going to do after 6 months. What you're going to do after a year. Maybe you're doing, again, that database that I talk about in episode 44. And how you're going to get all the information about the project so that you are building a follow-up lead-generating basis to contact this customer again. Create this list. Job site photos. Create a process on how your employees will take certain pictures on every job site to use for marketing and make it habitual. Give a process that each employee must take at least 3 pictures, good quality pictures of an installation on every job so that you can use that for marketing. Create a quality control checklist. Create a quality control checklist so that maybe at your job, maybe at the company, if you have a storage or wherever your material are stored, there's a process that they follow, a checklist. Maybe a checklist for how much of this or that or whatnot needs to be on the truck so that they always can check it. And when they use something, they mark it on the checklist on a clipboard. That way they always have a well-stocked truck. Something. Create a system. How about an annual maintenance reminder? A process of how you're going to do it, how you're going to follow up with the customer, and make it habitual so that it's in writing, so that everybody understands it, that this is what we do at 6 months, this is what we do at 12 months, this is the script, this is what we say. Make it habitual. Do it. It doesn't matter, folks. Come up with, just pick any 3 of those, but whatever you want, come up with a system. If you want to do flat rate pricing, come up with a system of how you're going to do it. And stay consistent with it. Work on that 30 days. Then once you get to 61 to 90s, that's when you want to become the communication machine. I want you to generate a pre-arrival text that all your employees or you can use that you make sure goes out to the customer. Do daily updates. Make your technician write a quick update on their daily activities so that you have a summary of what they've done. That way it trains them to be able to explain the scope of their actions to the customer. Practice, be habitual. It makes it easier as they get into it. Also, make sure that you train your staff to set clear expectations. Making sure that they understand how to explain the scope of a project to a customer, how to update that scope, and how to explain to other trades instead of being word salad, there's an effective way to explain expectations. Change orders. There's many of you out there, my brother is one, that do not get into change orders. Change orders are very important because change orders allow you to document things. And so I encourage change orders. Obviously, it can raise the bottom line. Anytime I'm doing something and I got to change something or the owner wants me to do something else, whatever, it's a change order. Now, whether or not you want to charge for it or not, it doesn't matter. It still should initiate a change order that's in writing that the customer will sign. And you keep that document. Now, for me, I charged. If I'm changing something or something deviates, I'm getting paid for it. You get to control your pricing, but remember, you're worth what you're worth, and you don't want to settle for less. Okay? Also, walk through a job completion. work with your staff and do mock walkthroughs. Get used to doing it. Practice it. Do a mock-up where you did a service change and maybe you walk through and you found it needs a GFCI at the counters, or you need a surge arrestor or a surge protector or whatever it needs. Get your staff or you to do a mock where you would walk with a customer. Use your spouse, significant other people that work with you, and walk them through as if you went there to do a service change and you ended up doing a thermal inspection, or you ended up doing some other type of evaluation and you noticed something because you gave them a free inspection. And then you convey to them, but also explain how you walk through the job site to let them know what you just did while you're there. And then you can add the recommendations onto the end. Look, if you don't practice it, you're not going to get better at it. And many people don't like to sell. But if you can educate them, then you can sell them. Okay? That's your 90-day challenge. That's a transformational impact that you can make with the customer. Look, folks, most contractors plateau because they're in survival mode. Today is your invitation to move into growth mode. You don't have to grow a huge business. You don't have to be the biggest contractor in your town, but you do deserve to run a business that doesn't burn you out, and one that rewards you for your skill, your knowledge, your professionalism. You know what? All these things that you bring to the table, you've invested a career in this. Don't goof around on the job site. Carry yourself professional. Look the part. Wear the shirts. Wear the hats. Clean shaven. Look the part. Sell yourself as a professional. All of it's going to reap benefits. If you've enjoyed this episode, share it with other people. Share it with other contractors. Make sure you listen to our other podcasts. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to learn a little bit more about the National Electrical Code, then we invite you to go to fasttracksystem.com. That's TRAX, fasttracksystem.com. We have some great courses for learning the NEC for exam preparation, but we also have a Master the NEC program, which is like an expert in your pocket for after you're already licensed. It's always nice to have something in your pocket to go to. It never expires, so check that out. If you're interested in offering thermal imaging, which is a massive benefit to your customer if you know how to use it properly and visually show them what's going on, make them give that peace of mind that you can provide to them today because of the heat. That's a detriment. There's something that tells you that something's going to fail. It's just we can't see it. But now with infrared, we can. But also, if you're a master electrician out there, think about becoming a CMECP and adding it to your portfolio. Add it to your profile. Stand out. Gain the trust. Gain the business. That's what it's all about. These are very low-cost investments in you that can reap benefits. All right, folks, that's it. Hopefully you got something out of today's episode. And again, share with other folks. We'll catch you on the next episode. Till next time, stay safe and God bless.
Thanks for tuning into another electrifying episode of the Master the NEC podcast. We hope you're feeling more powered up and ready to tackle the electrical world with the knowledge and confidence you need to succeed. Remember, in the electrical trade, knowledge is power, and we're here to make sure you stay plugged into the latest insights, tips, and code updates. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share the podcast with your fellow electricians and industry pros. Until next time, keep your tools sharp, your circuits clear, and your mind focused, because here at the Master the NEC podcast, we're all about sparking your success. Stay safe, stay smart, and keep mastering the trade. From all of us here at Electrical Code Academy, thank you for all your support, and we will see you on the next amazing Master the NEC podcast episode.